Hello everyone. So we have observed that in the previous video that the procedure for phase lead compensation is left. Okay, up to third step we have mentioned over there. So from here we are continuing from the procedure of phase lead compensation from the first step onward. Okay, so these are the steps to draw the phase lead compensation of a network. So first step is that the magnitude and phase versus frequency curve are plotted for G of S of the uncompensated system with gain constant K according to the ESS, that is the steady state error requirement. This is the first step. That means till now we have whatever we have learned about the plots. It may be polar plot, it may be pole zero plot, or it may be Nyquist plot or Bode plot. So till now it is the for uncompensated system. Okay, so procedure for the phase lead compensation, first step is that we have to draw the similar type of plot for magnitude phase versus frequency curve. Okay, where the constant or the gain constant K should be considered according to the steady state error or steady state error requirement. Okay, now if we are going to concentrate on the Bode plot, from the Bode plot determine the phase margin and gain margin. Okay, so we already know how to determine the phase margin and gain margin using the Bode plot, that means the from the above plot or for uncompensated system. Okay, now if phi, which is representing the phase margin which we have determined for the uncompensated system, so phi is the phase margin of uncompensated system. Okay, and phi of S, this is the specified phase margin, okay, which is different from the uncompensated phase margin. Okay, and epsilon is the margin of safety. Now then the expression of phase margin for compensated system is given as phi of m is equal to phi of s, that is the specified phase margin, minus phase margin of uncompensated system plus epsilon. Okay, now if phi of m is greater than 60 degree, then two identical network contributing maximum lead of phi m by 2 are used for the compensation. Okay, so this is the second step. Now the third step is use equation number 8 for calculation value of A. So step 3 is use equation number 8 for calculation of A. Okay, so what is equation number 8? Equation number 8, we have already observed that this is given as sine of phi of m is equal to a minus 1 divided by a plus 1. This is equation number 8. So from this expression, if we know the value of phi m from the step 2, then we can also calculate the value of a from this equation. This is step number 3. Now step number 4, calculation or calculate omega m at which uncompensated system will have a gain equal to. So step 4 is calculate omega of m at which uncompensated system having a gain equal to minus 10 log of A. So we have to calculate the value of omega m for uncompensated system which having a gain that is equal to minus 10 of log a dB. Okay, this is the fourth step. Now the fifth step. Fifth step is once a is determined, we also can determine the value of t. So note down, once a is determined, calculate the value of t from omega of m is equal to 1 by t into root of a. Okay, so we from the step 4 we have calculated the value of omega m, and step 5 we are calculating the value of t. That these two values are known, omega m and a, we have calculated in the previous step. Now the sixth step. Now sixth step is determine the transfer function of phase lead network. Determine the transfer function of phase lead network. From the values of t and a. Okay. So this is the sixth step. Now the seventh step. Seventh step is draw the Bode plot of the compensated system. Draw the Bode plot of the compensated system. And check that all performances specification are met or not, and specifications are met or not. Okay. If the specifications or performances are not matched, then a new value of phi of m must be estimated. If not, then a new value of phi of m must be estimated. Okay, so this is seventh step. Now using this step we can draw the Bode plot for a phase lead compensation system. Okay, so these are the procedure to phase lead compensation. Now effect of phase lead network on the system. Okay, so effect of phase lead compensation. First point is the velocity error constant or velocity constant velocity constant usually increased. Usually increase. That is the value of k of v. Second step or second point, the slope of the magnitude curve, the slope of the magnitude curve of the magnitude curve is reduced at a gain, is reduced at the gain crossover frequency, gain crossover frequency, with the result relative stability improve, with the result relative stability of the system will improve. This is the second point. Now the third point, phase margin will increase. Okay, so these are the effect of phase lead compensation on the system. Okay. Fourth point is the bandwidth also increase. Bandwidth increases. Fifth point is the response of the system is faster. The response is faster. So these are the effect of phase lead compensation or phase lead network. When we are going to analyze the numerical problem related to the phase lead compensation, then this thing will be clearly understood. Okay, so now we are going to concentrate on the phase lag compensation or phase lag network. Okay, phase lag network or phase lag compensation. Okay, so for phase lag, likewise the phase lead, here also one electrical circuit is there. This is R1. Here we are considering the input E of 1. Here considering the output E of 0. Here that is R of 2. That is C of 2. Sorry, C. Okay. So this is the network which representing the phase lag. Okay. Now apply KVL in this network. So there are two meshes, so apply KVL in both meshes. Okay, so if we are going to apply this KVL in this left hand side mesh, okay, so this will become E of I, that is equal to R of I, then R2 of I plus 1 by C into I into D of T. Okay, integration I into D of T. So these are the expression of KVL in loop 1. So E of I, that is equal to R1 into I plus R2 into I plus 1 by C integration of I into d of t. Okay, this is for loop 1, and for loop 2, that is E of 0, that is equal to R of 2 into I plus R of 2 into I plus 1 by C integration I d of t. So if we are considering this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Okay, now take Laplace for both the equation. So take Laplace transformation. So if we are going to take the Laplace transformation, so this equation becomes E of 1, capital E of 1 of S is equal to R of 1, capital I of S plus R of 2 into capital I of S plus 1 by C into S, 1 by C into S into I of S. So this is equation number 3. Now equation number 2, if we take the Laplace transformation, this will become E0 of S is equal to R of 2 into I of S plus 1 by C into S into I of S. This is equation number 4. Okay. Now from equation number 3 and equation number 4, we can define the transfer function. What is the expression of? It is transfer function is nothing but that is the ratio between the Laplace transformation of the output to the input. So here that is the output and this is the input. So E0, or write down from equation number 3 and 4, what we can write, that is E0 of S upon EI of S is equal to 1 plus R2 into C into S divided by R1 plus R2 into C of S plus 1. Okay, so we got this type of expression from equation number 3 and equation number 4. Okay, so this equation we are considering as equation number 5. Now equation number 5 is the transfer function of the lag network. So note it down that equation number 5 is the transfer function of the lag network. Okay. Now so up to this, after that, now put A into T, that is equal to R2 into C, R2 into C, that is A into T, and A is equal to, from the previous one we considered R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, then the value of T is equal to, here we are putting the value of A, then value of T is equal to, that is R1 plus R2, R1 plus R2 into C. Okay, R2 get cancelled. If we put the value of A in this above expression, we got the value of T like this. Okay, so this expression become, what we can write over here, R2 into C, that is A into T into S. Okay, and that is R1 plus R2 into C, this thing will be T, so T into S plus 1. So the equation number 5 become So equation number 5 become, then equation number 5 become, that is E of 0 by s, E of 0 by s divided by E of I by s is equal to 1 plus a into t into s divided by 1 plus t into s. From this, the value of a and t is replaced in equation number 5. We got this type of expression, and here a's value is less than 1. Okay. Now so this is the transfer function of phase lag network. Now in the phase lag compensation, the reshaping of Bode plot for low frequency portion is necessary to meet the required specifications. Okay. So this reshaping requires the gain in the low frequency region. Okay. The gain in the low frequency region in phase lag compensator, the gain crossover frequency shifted to a lower value to meet the phase margin requirement. Okay. So this statement can be written as reshaping of Bode plot necessary meet the reshaping of Bode plot necessary to meet the required specification. Okay. So compensation is done for match the required specification. Okay. And it will also improve the accuracy of the system as well as the stability of the system. Okay. So for this, reshaping requires the gain in the low frequency region. Okay. So it requires the gain in low frequency region. Okay. So in phase lag compensator, the gain crossover frequency is shifted to lower value. So in phase lag compensation, the gain value shifted to the gain crossover frequency value shifted to lower region to meet the phase margin requirement. Okay. Now so this is the phase lag transfer function, and these are the conditions, or we can say that these are the statement which we can make related to the phase lag network. Now design procedure for phase lag network. Design procedure for phase lag network. So it is also having 7 step. Okay. So first step is same. The magnitude and phase versus frequency curve, the magnitude and phase versus frequency curves, are plotted G of S for uncompensated system, compensated system with gain constant K set according to gain constant K set according to ESS requirement, that is the steady state error requirement. Okay, now step 2 or second step, that is from the Bode plot determine the phase margin of the uncompensated system. So from Bode plot determine the phase margin of the uncompensated system. Uncompensated system. Now step 3, if phi of S is the specified phase margin, okay, and epsilon is the margin of safety, then phi of M or the phase margin, that is equal to phi of S plus epsilon. Okay, so this is third step. Now the fourth step is determine the frequency corresponding to the required phase margin from the phase curve. Determine the frequency corresponding to the required phase margin from the phase curve, Okay, this frequency is new gain crossover frequency. This frequency is new gain crossover frequency omega m dash. So this is fourth step. Now the fifth step, the magnitude curve is brought down to 0 dB. The magnitude curve is brought down to magnitude curve is brought down to 0 dB at the new gain crossover frequency, at at the new gain crossover frequency. Okay, where the phase margin is satisfied, the phase lag network, where the phase margin is satisfied the phase lag network. Okay, so satisfied the phase lag network, then must provide the amount of attenuation equal to the value of magnitude curve at omega m dash. This is the fifth step. Now, so the value of magnitude at omega dash of m or omega m dash. So now, so j of omega dash m, j of omega m dash, that is equal to minus 20 log a, and value of a is less than 1. Further, this thing can be simplified, or value of a, that is equal to 10 to the power minus j of omega dash divided by 20, where value of a is less than 1. Okay. So from the above expression, calculate the value of a, Okay. Now, to calculate, so we can calculate the value of a from this expression. Now, step 6, to calculate the value of t. So, step 6, calculate value of t, from 1 by a into t, that is equal to omega m dash divided by 10. So from this expression, if we know the value of a, we can calculate the value of t. Okay. Now, usually the upper corner frequency, so the expression or the phase lag transfer function, that is look like this, no? So E0 of s divided by ei of s is equal to 1 plus a into t into s divided by 1 plus t into s. Okay. So the upper corner frequency, okay, the upper corner frequency, that means 1 by t of a. If we standardize this transfer function in standard expression, so that 1 by t, if we are taking common from this, then the upper corner frequency will look like 1 by a of t. So usually upper corner frequency 1 by 80 1 by A of t is placed at a frequency about 1 decade is placed at a frequency about 1 decade below the new gain crossover frequency. New gain crossover frequency. Okay, so this is step 6. Now the step 7. Draw the Bode plot for compensation network and investigate to see if the required phase margin is met or not. If it is not matching, then adjust the value of A and T. So draw the Bode plot for compensated system and investigate or check the value of phase margin, or check the required value of phase margin is met or not. Okay, if not, then adjust the value of A and T. Okay, so this is the last step for phase lag network. Okay, so when we are going to analyze the numerical problem, okay, with the following this step, we can clearly understand what particularly any step is want to describe about the compensation system or compensated system. Okay, now the effect of phase lag network. Effect of phase lag network. So what are the effect in phase lag network? First point, for a given relative stability, the velocity constant is increase. For a given velocity constant, for a given relative stability, the velocity constant is increased. Second point, there is a decrease in gain crossover frequency, thus decreasing with bandwidth. There is a decrease in gain crossover frequency, thus decrease in bandwidth. Third step or third point, the phase margin of the system is increased. Phase margin is increased. Fourth point, response of the system is slower. System will slower. last point is, due to decrease in bandwidth, the rise time and the settling time become large. Due to decrease in bandwidth, the rise time and settling time become large. The rise time and settling time become large. Okay, so these are the effect of phase lag network. Okay, so in the next class we are going to analyze the numerical problems related to the phase lead compensation and phase lag compensation. So when we are going to analyze the numerical problem related to this topic, the steps of the designing of a network using phase lag as well as the phase lead network will be more clear. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all.